Development of lateral surface of solids now. The problem is like this. Pentagonal prism, side of base 25 mm and altitude 50 mm rests on its base on the HP such that an edge of the base is parallel to VP and nearer to the observer. It is cut by a plane inclined at 45 degrees to HP, perpendicular to VP and passing through the center of the axis. So this is the problem. First, what he says here, pentagonal prism side of base is 25 mm and altitude means it is a axis height 50 mm rests on its base on HP such that an edge of the base is parallel to VP and nearer to the observer. Important, is parallel to VP and nearer to the observer. It is cut by a plane inclined at 45 degrees to HP, perpendicular to the VP and passes through the center of the axis. So this term is very important. Now we'll see the problem. Okay, solution now. Draw the development of the complete surfaces of the truncated prism. Now, first of all, as usual, the way you draw on projection of solids, you have to draw its first position. Okay, how to draw first position? He says that what is the position? Usually, how you draw in PG position? I'll just show here rough sketch here. You draw XY line. On that, if it's resting on corner, you draw corner. You maintain corner also. This is the interest point. You take corner. And suppose it is resting on edge. What you do? Edge you take this side, right side, and you draw the pentagon in this way. And then you project. You get the front view and top view. Correct? So here. These two positions we are using for to solve problem projection of solids, but in development any position can be used here. So any position other than these two also use. How they will explain how to keep the solid on HP. So they will mention they will usually clearly mention it is mentioned here in this problem here. What is mentioned here? He says that it is what here he says that sorry, the edge of the base is parallel to VP. That means if I draw XY line, this is VP, okay, and this is the HP. I have to draw one side of the pentagon parallel to VP. Then it is a plane parallel to VP. And he says, and nearer to VP, nearer to the observer, you can say. Means what? Observer is near to observer means what? If I draw here, you are observer here. This comes away. Then if I draw pentagon in this way, it comes away from observer. If I draw pentagon in this way, if I draw pentagon in this way, what happens now? This is parallel to VP. VP is here, and it is parallel is here. It is near to observer. So in this position, you have to keep it. Okay. So keeping this in mind, you have to draw pentagon first. So here the solution is there. He has drawn the pentagon in this way. So if you draw the pentagon in this way, so you draw the one side pentagon, whatever side he has given. मजा काम है तुम hello. Okay, so here you have to draw in this way. So first you draw pentagon in HP. You draw whatever side he has given, 25 mm side he has given. Then draw the pentagon, complete pentagon drawing. You know how to draw sketching. You draw the pentagon, and as usual you name it as per the problem. How you have to name it? So A1, BB1. They way you name in solids. So it is here. He has mentioned here. It is A1, A in bracket A1, A is above, A1 is below, BB1, CC1, DD1 and EE1, you name it. Okay, so you mentioned it. After that, you as usual you project its front view. Normally you project front view, the way you project front view in solids. So I'll show that. So you project front view. How here? So you project all this here. A1 you project, BB1 you project, okay, EE1 you project, okay, DD1, CC1 you project, DD1 you project. So project what is the axis height? 50 mm height. You draw the axis here. So complete the pyramid. Prism in this way. I'll show once again here. So complete the prism. So how to complete prism here? So completely draw the prism. Completely draw the prism. Draw the prism. Now you complete the figure of prism here in this way. But when you draw initially the prism, you show the lines. This is this BB1 is seen, CC1 is seen, E1 is not seen because it is behind. It is behind. You can see here. It is behind here. It is here. So based on that, you have to draw it. So here, so you draw this. But you keep all the lines light initially. All lines, light lines you draw. The way it lines here, no, you can see here. This line, So you can draw the right lines. Then what you do, name it. It is the a dash, a1 dash, a dash, a1 dash, b dash, b1 dash, in bracket e dash, e1 dash in bracket because it's backside, c dash, c1 dash, d dash, d1 dash. Same way you name it as usual. Okay. Now after naming, you have to introduce a section line. How to introduce section line based on the problem. What he says that he says it is cut. It is cut by it is cut by a plane inclined at 45 degrees to HP. Cut by a plane inclined 45 degrees to HP means what? See, it is a section line passing at a inclination of 45 degrees to HP. Red he has shown here, and it is how it is cutting, and it is cutting in this way. It is normal to VP and passing through the center of the axis. Center of the axis. So means what here? So here I have to introduce a section line. Okay, you see section line in this way. So if you hold your palm in front of your eye in the vertically, so it is section line. So you just incline that your palm, so at an angle of 45 degrees, so it looks like a line from okay in the front. In the front it looks like a line. Hold it in this way vertically. Okay. Okay, that is a line. Now here line is drawn here. So that line is drawn here. You can see this line is drawn. You draw like a chain line. So how to draw? You cannot. I can draw anywhere. No, here I can draw. Here I can draw. Where I can draw anywhere. But you have to draw specifically where he has mentioned at the center height, bisect the axis. He has mentioned center of the height. Center of height is what? Total height is 50, 25 mm. You mark one point here. You mark one point here. You mark one point here. Then you draw the extension line in this way. You draw a long line this way. So what happens? It will pass through all the lines here. Okay. So after drawing that line here, you can see here. Now you have to decide, and then how much angle you have to draw? 45 degree he has mentioned. 45 degree you have to draw. So the nature of the section line passing, based on that, what happens? This will decide which is retained, which is the remained portion, and which is the removed portion. Here this light line is removed portion. This is the dark line is the retained portion. So what you do after drawing this, introducing this section line, you show this remained portion as a dark. This portion remained portion as a dark. This as a dark. Okay, hidden line is dark. It is. Okay, this you maintain light only as it is light only. Now after introducing section line, you have to decide cut punch. You decide the cut punch. So how many? I told you in the previous video that is you have to decide cut punch on the longer edges. Okay, longer edge means A1, BB1, CC1. Then again, second thing is that you can decide cut points on a base edges. Suppose section line is passing in this way, somewhere in this way. So it is cutting base, no? So you can decide cut points on base. And if the section line changing its angle means what? Section line coming in this way, it may go up to axis, it may go at some different angle. This angle may be 30, this angle 30. So when it is changing its angle, you have to decide cut points there. That you will see the next problem. Now here you have to decide cut points on the edges on which it is passing, passing. So here it is passing on what here? Now see here. Now it is passing only on longer lines, longer edges. See, longer edges here. It is not cutting base. This base also it is not cutting top face also. So this removed portion, this is retained portion. So here it is passing only longer lines. See, this line is going only on AA1, BB1, EE1, CC1, and BB1. So you have to decide cut points only on longer edges now. So how many cut points you get? See, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it is 4. And backside you have E1 is there. Backside is E1. This E1 is there. This E1 backside is there. 5. So you mean how many cut points you get? You get 5 cut points. So these cut points are very important. So 1, 2. So I'll show here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to go in a sequence. You have to go in one path. Cannot randomly. Don't name randomly. So here I start from 1. 1 I'll take on AA1. B2 I'll take it on BB1. So usually the usual practice you will follow, will take one on AA1, 2 on BB1. In that way you have to go. So 1 on AA1, 2 on BB1, 3 on CC1, and 4 on DD1, and on 5 on E1 it is backside. That's why it's shown bracket. It's shown in a bracket. You can see here it is shown in bracket. Okay, now what you do after introducing the section cut points, this part is over. Next part comes here. So you know that the basic development of prism is rectangle. First of all, what you do on the same XY line from here, you draw one rectangle. What size rectangle? What is the height? 50 height you carry as it is. So how much length you have to maintain here? This length, how much you have to maintain? This length you have to maintain. Number of sides. How many number of sides of pentagon having? 5. What is the size of a pentagon? It's 25. 25 into 5 means how much? 125. So you have to take how much here? 125. 125. This total distance is how much here? 125. So each distance, each side is how much? 25 each. So you have to draw that much length. Okay, then you complete this figure. Here also you draw the rectangle very light. Very light. Afterwards, you first start naming A1 because you have taken 1 on A1. So I'll start naming here A1. See here A1. Next, which comes B1. Here you have to use capital letters because it's a true shape. Okay, C1, D1, E1, A again A1 because it has to close. Again A1, it has to close. When you wrap the paper on that, again you have to, when you open it, again when you close it, both sides will ends will come again coincide each other. That's why start from A1, end at A1. Start from A1, end at A1. Okay, so A1 you mark it. So you mark vertical lines here. Then A1, BB1, CC1, DD1, E1, and AA1. Now these heights A1 all are true. All are true. Okay. Now you have to transfer the corresponding points, cut points on these lines. Now how? Now see where is 1 here. Now you have to transfer only true heights. Remember, you have to. I explained in the previous video. I hope you remember in first video. Always you have to transfer true heights. The development is all of true dimensions, true shape. Now what I'll do here that here I'll project 1. Where is 1? 1 is A1. So 1 is coming here. 1 is here. This is 1. Okay, where is 2 here? 2 is on B1. These heights are true because here in front of A1 is true. That's why A1 dash, B dash, 2 dash. These are true only. So that's why I'm transferring directly. Okay, so I'll show here 1 dash 1 becomes 1, 2 dash becomes 2, 2 becomes on BB1. Okay, you transfer 3 is on CC1, 4 is on DD1, then 5 is here. 5 coming on E1. Again last point again which is coming A1, same point 1 you carry up to here. So you get what here? You get 1 point 1, 2, okay, 3, 4, 5 and again 1 it is. Okay, so you get all these 5 points, 1, 2, 5 and next last 1. So then what you do? You join this. Then join 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4 by lines, straight lines you join because it is a prism. It is not having any curves. So okay, it is not having any curves. Now here 5 1, then 1 A1, 2 up to E1 continuously drawn up to A1 and complete this one. Now this is nothing but the development. This is nothing but the development of this particular prism. This portion is nothing but the development, and this is the removed portion. This is the you maintain light. So this portion you make it dark. Which portion you make it dark? This portion you make it dark. This portion you make it dark. This portion remaining, let it be as it is, light only. This is the way of development. Now this is the concept of development you have to draw. So it is very easy, and this procedure what I explained remains same for all prisms. Remains same for all prisms. Only thing is that it is the only cut points you may change depend upon the section line where you are passing. Suppose now in the same problem I'll explain. Suppose same problem is given this way. I'll draw the section line in this way. Here he says that the section line passing on the axis, he say this is 50 mm height and it is making angle 30 degrees in this way if he mentions, and the section line passes in this way. So what happens here? If I draw here, sorry, okay, if I draw here, section line pass here, section line will pass in this way, then what happens? So it is cutting the top face now. It's cutting top face now. Now how many cut points you get? First you get one cut point on AA1, second on BB1, third is not, it is not cutting C1. See, it is not cutting CC1. It is coming inside. It is the retained portion. DD1 is also outside. It is retained portion. So now what happens here? It is cutting only AA1, BB1 and backside EE1. Backside what is there? EE1. And then it is top face. Where is cutting top face? On top face, it is cutting top face between B and C. Between B and C, see here, B dash, C dash, between B dash and C dash, you can see here. So where is B dash, C dash here? So B dash, C dash is here. So it is cutting this one, B dash, it is top. B, C is the top, no, it is outside letter top. Okay, so here it is cutting here. So here is cutting where? So I'll show once again that figure here. Once again I draw. It is cutting in this way. Okay, so one cut point, second cut point on BB1, third cut point on in between B dash and C dash, third cut point. Again it is backside because this portion completely I am removing. This portion I am removing this portion. Okay, that means one comes at the front, three comes at the front, and back another comes. It is four. It is four cut point. And okay, then here again it is cutting a backside E1 is there, so it is cutting the E1 also. You get 5 cut points here. You get five cut points. So in this way you have to decide. I hope you understood. Okay, so this is a 1 A1 B, 2 BB1, and it is cutting between B and C, so it is a third cut point. Okay, fourth is exactly opposite to that backside, and it is cutting longer edge E1 also, it is a fifth cut point, so you get 5 cut points. Again another example I'll show here. So if I cut this much only, then what will happen? So it is showing cut points 1 here, 1 is on in between A dash B dash, it is 2 behind that, opposite to that third one is only 3 cut points you get. Okay, so in this way you have to analyze. Here also, here if you show on base here, so it is cutting in this way. Suppose it is cutting in this way. Suppose it is cutting in this way only, the distance is different. It is not cutting base now. Now how many cut points you get? Same cut point. The way it is shown now in the problem here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So in this way you have to decide cut points. So this is the solution problem. This much if you do it, this is the question worth of 30 marks. Okay, this is the one example of prism I have shown. Okay, I'll come back with another problem on pyramid and some more problems on pyramids in the next videos. Thank you.